Hey guys, welcome back. Looks like we have a couple Ultra Premium Collection updates. I hate to say it, but it's looking like I was right about Pokemon Company. The Pokemon Company doing a restock and or reprint. Seems like there's another wave now. I was a little bit skeptical because the gold cards are probably not printed by the same facility or created by the same facility. Whether or not the ink is added at the print facility that does the cards is a different story. Kind of doubt it. Where these cards have to go through rollers. It's not exactly something that you can put a piece of metal through, as far as I know. Also, these new Ultra Premium collections, they've been popping up all over the US, Barnes & Noble specifically, and I think even Target has a restock at this point. We've seen some differences indicating that probably, definitely the case that this is another wave or that it was printed at a different facility. Big indicator being these cardboard inserts that are popping up. Now, I've seen a lot of speculation on these. I can tell you right now, this is not a Pokemon card that didn't get printed. This is not actual Pokemon card stock. And unfortunately, it was very close to being a super cool, crazy error chase, whatever you want to call it. This would even be desirable by myself if they had accidentally left this in and it had the ink added to it. So if it was a Pokemon card printed on not Pokemon card stock, this thing would be super duper sought after. People would be going absolutely bananas over it. But unfortunately, it looks like these inserts were just sheets that were added, cardboard sheets, probably dividers, after the cards were printed and before they were cut, and for some reason they weren't removed. Maybe in between batches or something else. They put these slips. Maybe it has something to do with the stacking of cards or the batches. A certain amount of sheets print, and then there's this insert to keep them divided. Which could have something to do with where there's so many slots, where you have your commons, uncommons, and such. These are in the celebrations packs only, and only from these new Ultra Premium collections. Unfortunately, nothing that really distinguishes this between, this and just somebody cutting out a piece of cardboard. Could be pretty hard to identify it that way. Still very neat. Unfortunately, for the people that did pull them, here we go, a little bit better picture. Here's the Ultra Premium collection and what they pulled. We have some other people saying they pulled the same thing, so it's an ongoing issue. And if you haven't seen my video on it, you can almost certainly reach out to the Pokemon Company, and they will. I don't know how they would compensate you for this. It's in the rare slot, so maybe they would give you an additional celebrations pack, which isn't a big deal, but might be worth reaching out to them to see what they can do. So here we have it. This is I guess this is the biggest downfall of the cardboard insert, is the fact that it's in that third slot where you would have your vintage cards or your higher value cards. I saw some people speculating that this would have been a Charizard. There's no way to know that. I think if this was an entire sheet that got cut and placed inside the packs, then the odds are it could have been any of the classic collection or whatever else was in this slot, the other options that are non-classic. So here we have it. There's the image again. Now, getting back into the PSA graded metal cards. This thing has been weird. I don't know what's going on. I would highly recommend not purchasing one of these, not grading one of these. Just hold off. Bad things are happening, and they're not necessarily happening right away. So this is an image off the PSA website. And as you can see here, the card looks fine. It looks like an 8. Great. That's it. That's all. But later on, sometime in between grading, so this is already sealed, and I highly suspect the sonic welder, which every grading company uses. So whether you're going with CGC or BGS, you could run into the same issue. We have no damage. So card is already graded. It's encapsulated. These cards are basically the same size as a normal card. They don't bounce around or anything like that. So it's not something along those lines, I don't think. But here we see damage showing up later on when the customer receives it, which indicates maybe there's some damage being done, but it's not necessarily visible and it could get worse over time. So that's why I'm saying all these people that are out there freaking out saying, oh my God, they're never going to grade them ever again. They're worth so much money, especially if it's in a 10 and all of a sudden it starts getting this flaky stuff going on. Just a theory. I don't know the exact reason yet, but I would say that the sonic welder, which causes vibrations and or heat, is probably messing with the gold coating that is on this card, and maybe it doesn't become apparent right away, but eventually it kind of wants to peel up or come off or give this foggy effect. So I don't know the process either. I don't know if this is actual gold, but I would assume that it's some sort of plating process. I haven't seen anyone remove the gold plate either, so interesting to see. As always, reach out to me if you have any information on this. If you run into the same thing, if you have the same issue, do let me know. Here's a better look at the damage on the corner. So I don't know. It's got to be just like it's flaking off, and I haven't seen this happen to any of the cards that weren't graded. So I would imagine that it's something to do with that process. I don't think the card's like big enough that the case is too small for it or anything like that. I think this is just the process that they use to seal the outside of the case, which is basically just a big thing that comes down and vibrates the crap out of it. Gives us this nice seal around the outside, but also probably damaging the card. Crazy. I don't think I've seen anything to do with a statement from CGC or BGS about them holding off on grading it, but they probably should. You probably should as well. And definitely do not run out and buy these for extreme amounts of money, because if the damage shows up later, the PSA guarantee should cover it and should pay for the market value of the card or the difference in grades when you send it back in. But that can be a headache, and you never know. I don't know. You might have to fight with them on what the actual value is. The value is going up and down. Maybe there's a reprint. Maybe we see more waves of these ultra premium collections. We've already been seeing them hit shelves. Everyone and their dog is posting that they found a couple. So the value could go down, and then they give you that value versus what you paid for it. Bad times all around. So here we go. We got some of the same happening on the back side here. So maybe the blue is coming off. It could be just like, I don't know, because it's weird. There's no gold on this side, but maybe the gold plate is coming off underneath the ink or paint that's on there on the back. And here's some pictures of the before, and you can see that damage is not on the card. Well, guys, I don't know what to call this video, but hopefully it was helpful. Remember, stay patient. Ultra Premium Collection is not going anywhere. They made it very apparent that they're going to put more on the shelves. And with the current demand, I can't imagine that they're going to stop at this little restock that they've done. I wouldn't be surprised to see some more come out even later in the year, in the next year. So take care. Join the Discord. See you out there.